Okay, so here's another episode of Knights of the Old Republic 2 for you guys. So in this video we're just going to make a little trip back to Telos, because that's all we have to do. And we got some more HK droids to deal with, so let's enable shields on everybody.
Ready? I'm here.
Yes, you are here. Alright, time to own the crap out of these guys.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
So this will be fun.
Accuracy ratio achieved. Systems failing, master.
Yeah, Force Storm is amazing. It really is. Okay. So I think we're done with HK droids for now. So we'll just make our way back to the Ebon Hawk. Hopefully there are no more HK droids. I really don't want to fight anymore. Yay! The road is like empty. So that's awesome. Alright. But I think before we actually go back to Telos, I think we might just have some dialogue with Mira. And the handmaiden too, probably. But first, some interaction between Beodir's remote and the KOTOR droid. Interesting chemistry they both have together. Not really exploited too well though.
Iridonian, if I might have a moment.
What is it, KOTOR?
I have spent some time in the presence of your remote, and the upgrades you have performed on him are quite adequate. I am impressed with your work, though less so with your remote itself.
What's wrong with my remote?
Yeah, what is wrong with
I
it?
find his use of resources, energy spent on frivolous things, to be an unsightly waste. But it is obvious you have some skill, however slight, in the upgrading of machines. I want you to provide me with similar upgrades.
I should be able to do something. I will see what I can do next time I have a free moment.
Okay. So we're back on the Ebon Hawk, and as I said before, we're going to talk to Mira. But before we do that, we're gonna do something with the thing that's behind Mira. HK unit. Let's install a droid processor.
Diagnostic. HK-47 activated. Running checks through primary systems. Assessment. It appears I have suffered considerable damage and dismemberment. I can feel all the cracks in my motivators. And my central control cluster seems to have taken several repeated blaster shots at close range. How crude. So
we've got HK-47 back, so if you guys played the first game, he is actually a really good player, although really dark-sided. So that kinda sucks for me. But let's ask him some questions. Why were you in our storage hold?
Answer. I do not know, Master. It is curious that I was here, although this place does seem familiar.
Looks like T3 has a hand in this.
Extrapolation. Perhaps someone was already in the process of rebuilding me. It may be I was needed for some task.
Any idea what happened to you?
Answer. It seems you would know more than I. My memory centers are experiencing some setbacks. Reflection. Of course, for some reason that does not alarm me. I suspect I have suffered such repeated memory failures before. Still, the loss of my higher combat and assassination protocols is shameful and degrading.
Yeah, true that, true that. Now I gotta go through the trouble of leveling you up again to get those higher combat and assassination protocols. You look a lot like the series of droids that have attacked me.
Answer. Oh, that is impossible, Master. If I were out to kill you, we would not be speaking. And regardless, I am a unique model. Why, to think that there would be other versions of me would be unacceptable.
Well, there's at least 4 other now defunct versions of you in the galaxy.
Statement. Master, I must inform you that your attempts at humor are wasted on a droid such as I. As I have expressed, I am unique.
Actually, there's a series of HK-50 units sharing your model and function that we have encountered on multiple occasions.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If you persist in your attempts at humor, I shall indulge you. Let me check the ship's records, and we will settle this matter once and for all. Conclusion. You speak the truth. This discovery is also causing me some degree of anger and humiliation.
Are you alright?
Mockery. Am I all right? Oh, yes, Master. Why, I am fine. Statement. I've only just been reactivated, only to find that there are substandard duplicates of me running all over the galaxy, corroding my good name. But if they are in fact hunting you, then I look forward to the opportunity to meet these units and educate them in proper assassination protocols. Conclusion. So it seems I need you, for the time being.
You're an assassin droid?
Recitation. Yes, as I said, I am an assassin droid. It is my primary function to burn holes through meat bags that you wish removed from the galaxy. Master, oh, how I hate that term.
What, meat bag?
Answer. No, Master. I said it again.
I'm not sure I like the idea of having an assassin droid on board.
Answer. Well, I am not certain I like the idea of a master who feels reservations at having an assassination droid at their disposal. In fact, it brings with it a certain sense of dread that you may actually not use me to my full capabilities.
You're not killing anyone unless in self-defense. Even then, I don't want you acting without my orders.
Answer. Yes, Master. HK-47 is ready to serve.
So we've got a new party member, HK-47. He's really mainly good as a ranged fighter with blasters and rifles as said here. So yeah, we got some experience points from that. So without further ado, let's talk to Mira and get her to be a Jedi, shall we? Before we do that, let's just save it here. Alright, so let's talk to Mira.
Oh, hey. Can I ask you something?
Something wrong?
Your face. You have this glow. I mean, not a real glow, but it's like you're calm. At peace, but it's more than that. You haven't been chewing on spice, have you?
When one is in touch with the Force, others can feel it.
Oh, well, it shows. It's like you're hooked up to a power coupling. It's weird. I mean, not bad weird, it's just weird. For a minute there, I thought you and the handmaiden... But it's just the Force.
Me and the handmaiden what?
You know, hooked up a power coupling. You know?
We don't have that kind of relationship.
Got it. Just checking.
There's some questions I wanted to ask.
Go ahead and ask.
I was hoping we would talk.
Talk? About what?
Just wanted to get to know you a little better is all.
Why, you trying to be my father? No thanks. Already had one. Somewhere.
Come on, it can't be that bad. Give me a chance.
Are you sure you're a Jedi? That exile of yours must have gone on longer than I thought. Look, you're way too old for me. Even if I were interested, you couldn't handle me anyway. I mean, you're really good in a fight, and you've got those intense eyes. And it's obvious you take care of your body, but I really don't have the luxury of getting attached to you. Besides, you already have your little entourage. I don't want to be a part of the pack, you know?
What are you talking about?
Look, if we start sharing a bunk, the other girls would get upset, and then I'd have to kick the hell out of them to show them who's the pack leader around here. No thanks. You're sweet, old guy. But let's keep it professional.
I'm not that old.
It's more than age. I thought I'd seen a lot, but you look like you're 100 inside.
Fine. Didn't think you'd run away from a challenge.
Run away? You're the one who couldn't handle me. I'd kill you.
Alright.
Yeah, something wrong?
Let's ask her some real questions now.
Shoot.
Where'd you get that rocket launcher?
Made it. It's custom for me, which is a good thing, because I wouldn't want anyone using it against me. I can show you how to make rockets, though, if you'd like. All it requires is a good skill with demolitions.
So basically Mira can make, rockets. If my demolition skill's high enough, apparently.
Anything else you wanted to know? Alright.
Yeah, okay. Why don't you kill your targets?
I've killed people before, but not if I don't have to.
But you don't seem to hold back when you're with me.
I know. It's different. I don't know why.
Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. Look, I really don't want to talk about it, okay? Sooner this trip is over, the better. Go ahead.
You seem restless.
It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet.
Too quiet?
I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity, some life.
Like Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it.
How so?
Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity, aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive.
Kreia showed me how to listen to Nar Shaddaa once. How all life there is connected, is bound to each other.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it.
Maybe one day I'll be able to show you.
No thanks. You can keep your Jedi training to yourself. I already know Nar Shaddaa better than you ever will. Shoot.
Were you raised on Nar Shaddaa?
Look, before we get into a game of Guess the Pazak card, pull back on the throttle. I don't know you that well to start sharing our life stories. Alright.
Tell me a little about Hanhar.
Hanhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not out for credits. It's more vicious than that. And it runs a lot deeper. It's like he's out to make the whole galaxy suffer. Every living thing in it. He wants to break them, ruin them. And when they can't suffer anymore, he wants them dead.
What happened between you and Hanhar?
I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever.
What do you mean?
That's a long story. I don't want to get into it. Maybe some other time. Go ahead.
Okay, so apparently I'm failing at all these questions.
Yeah, something wrong? Shoot.
I don't know. What question I should ask her now?
I didn't kill him once. That's a...
So that fails.
I've killed people. I know. I don't know. I haven't killed anyone for a long time. But when I'm around you, suddenly it's like I've always been doing it. It's like a reflex. I don't like it. And I don't know when or why it became so easy. Go ahead. It's all this travel. I'd rather... Yeah. Well, Nar Shaddaa may be what it's got a... Yeah? Didn't think I'd hear a Jedi ever refer to Nar Shaddaa like that. Yeah, right. Save the philosophy for some Padawan. No thanks. Shoot.
So basically we just gotta keep on trying to gain influence with her.
Yeah, something wrong?
Until she reveals stuff about Hanhar and stuff like that.
Alright. I didn't... That's a long...
Okay.
I've
I
killed...
think I've already did this one.
Shoot. Yeah, more or less.
What happened to your family?
Well, the war happened. The first one, against the Mandalorians. I had family right up until the end. It's not really a new story. You hear it all over the galaxy. It's what happens after the wars are over that you don't hear much about.
They died in the final battle?
I think so. After Revan crushed the Mandalorians, planets throughout the Republic were flooded with refugees. I was just one of the others. Me? I got passage to Nar Shaddaa. From there, not much you can do, so I became a bounty hunter.
How could you have lost family at Malachor 5? There were no colonies. It was a taboo world to the Mandalorians.
Take a guess, Jedi. Only 2 groups of people would have lost family at Malachor. And Jedi don't have families.
You're a Mandalorian?
As much as any slave becomes a Mandalorian. They took prisoners on every world they conquered to bolster their ranks. And they took a lot of worlds.
You were a slave?
When I was young, yeah. They mostly used me to carry ammo packs and munitions. Toward the end of the war, they needed everyone they could get. They taught me to fight, to hunt, to survive. I was part of their squad, even when I was young. Everyone served as part of the unit, and I felt like I had a place there. After Malachor, it really didn't matter anymore. The Mandalorians lost. Bad. But you know that.
They had to be stopped.
Yeah, I know. I saw the worlds they left behind them during the war. That kind of stays with you, I haven't forgotten it. What happened at Malachor, they probably deserved it.
You don't sound too happy about it.
Should I be? Maybe I should ask you if you're happy about all the Jedi who died on Malachor 5. Maybe it felt like you lost family there, but I doubt it.
They had to be stopped. I think I did this one already.
Yeah, that kind of...
Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna try this segment again.
Yeah, more. It's what... Hey, me?
An odd decision for an orphan.
I'm good at finding people, so I used it to make credits.
Finding on people in Nar Shaddaa seems difficult.
Not if you know your target. Usually you get a hollow or rough description, and then you just sort of listen to it, get a feel for him or her, and start walking.
Walking?
This is a little hard to explain, but Nar Shaddaa's got a flow, a life to it. You see all kinds of aliens and life there, and it's got currents.
Like sewer pipes.
You know your target, you can feel them. You know where they're going to go. And sometimes, you know where they're going to be before they do. I'm good at finding people. Because when they're lost or out of place, it's like something's wrong inside them. And that's why I hunt.
It could be because you lost your family. You understand what it means to be lost.
Oh, do I? Is that it? How you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. I know what happened at Malachor 5, and I know the Jedi didn't care about life there.
I've never stopped trying to protect others, even at Malachor.
Get away from me. The next time you come and ask me a question, I swear I'll shoot you in the head and dump you out the airlock. What do you want now?
I want to apologize.
Whatever, don't worry about it. It's just a sore subject with me.
Still, I'm sorry you lost your family at Malachor.
Yeah, well, they're dead. That's how that story ends. But not everybody's story has to end with losing their family or their loved ones. And not all the bounty hunting I do is for criminals or killers.
What do you mean?
There's a lot of lost people out there. Scattered ever since the Mandalorian Wars. And sometimes, it's like you can almost hear them. Like an echo, calling out for each other. And maybe, just maybe by finding them, I can start putting the galaxy back together.
All things are connected through the Force. From such acts of kindness, great things may come.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. But you're not getting anything else out of me.
Fair enough. I had some other questions for you.
Go ahead and ask.
And we're gonna get much more out of her. I think we have enough influence with her to ask her about Hanhar and stuff, so let's try that.
I didn't kill him once. Do you really want to hear this?
Yay. Yes, I'd like to know what happened.
Well, Hanhar and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some forest planet on the Outer Rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations.
Do you know the name of his home world?
I don't remember the name. Something with too many K's and Y's. Sounds like you're gargling Ronto spit when you say it.
Do you know what species he is?
No idea. He's just Hanhar. I hope there aren't any more like him. I get the impression he's not a good representative of his people, though. He's the equivalent of a mad calf hound among Rontos. Some of Voga the Hutt's men said Hanhar killed his own tribe, but those two crud thugs lie every time they open their mouths, so who knows?
So he was a slave?
Well, not for long. Once off planet, Hanhar escaped from the Zerka slavers, then killed them all.
It's good he broke free. Nothing deserves to be caged.
Well, before you get too proud of him, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3, or the ID cluster colonies?
Weren't they destroyed?
Right. That's because Hanhar happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to settle some huge score or debt. I don't get it, but he's dangerous.
Who do you work with?
Anyone who paid credits. And sometimes he just hunted humans for sport. The ones who survived, he sold to the exchange, to the huts, to anyone who'd buy bodies, living or dead. He and Voga used to do big credit transactions. That hut really liked the look of unwrinkled humans for some reason. Didn't make him too popular with the other huts, let me tell you.
So how do you factor in?
I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his life while doing it. He's been hunting me ever since.
So he wants to capture you.
I don't pretend to understand it, but among his people, they have these codes of honor. But somewhere along the line, Hanhar's got twisted. His people form these things called life debts. If you save the life of one of them, they pledge themselves to you.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Well, with Hanhar, he can't escape that life debt. It's bred into him. But he hates every other living thing in the galaxy, so pledging himself to someone else, especially a human, was unbearable. So when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like slavery all over again. But it was in his head. It was like it pushed him over the edge.
What do you mean?
A life debt to Hanhar is a death sentence. He'll hunt you until you're dead. When I saved his life, it meant he had to kill me. And so he kept chasing me in hopes I would die. I think the fact I showed him mercy after hating humans for so long, that was something he couldn't stand.
That life debt makes no sense.
Yeah, tell me about it. Like I said, I get the impression a life debt's supposed to be a gift, but to Hanhar, it's more like a curse to both people involved.
What if someone else saved his life? Would he try to kill them?
Probably. But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanhar would probably go mad. He was angry before, sure, but he'd be 10 times worse if that happened.
Worse?
Hanhar's tough. Really tough. And when he loses it, it's like nothing can stop him. Seen him shrug off blaster bolts, boff and stunners, and even survive a freighter crash on Dursan 3. He keeps coming.
Any regrets that he's gone?
Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep watching my back every minute, wondering when he's gonna show up. And he always did. It's like he always knew where I was.
Any chance he's still alive?
Trust me, if he was still alive, he'd be chasing us even now, waiting to ambush us when we least expect it. And he always shows up at the worst possible time. He was one of the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. Hanhar never gives up on his prey. Or his life debts. He's a hunter. He's a natural predator.
So, how did you save his life?
Well, as happens on Nar Shaddaa, I made someone mad. Mad enough for them to send Hanhar after me. Turns out they were even able to get him cheap. He'd heard about me and wanted to hunt me down, for sport. He didn't think I'd be much of a challenge.
And you proved him wrong?
Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover the escape routes.
Why use mines?
I think he'd hoped to drive me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try and walk through them. Thing is, I knew Hanhar's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was pretty easy to broadcast a signal to blind their sensor receptors for a minute or two. I figured that would buy me enough time to move through them and get away.
Sending out a jamming signal for proximity mines isn't a simple trick.
No, it isn't. I spent most of my childhood hauling mines and munitions. Got to know my way around them. If I hadn't, I wouldn't be here right now.
Well, what happened with Hanhar and the mines?
Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by, temporarily. And Hanhar was pretty fast on my trail. I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section, and Hanhar was caught right in the middle, and he survived. Barely.
Barely?
He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. And it happened so fast. And all the blood had been scabbed and crusted from the flash. I had the drop on him, and even blind, he knew it. He could still hear me. My ears were ringing from the blast, but I could hear him. I think he was begging me to let him live. His voice, it wasn't a roar, more like an echo of it. I suppose I should have killed him, but I couldn't do it. He was in pain, and he was helpless. So I dragged him out of there enough to get him to safety, and he kept hunting me ever since. He said he'd pursue me to the edge of the galaxy. No matter where I ran, he would find me and break me, that I would always be prey.
Sometimes it is stronger to spare a life than take it.
Maybe. I've thought about that moment. A lot. Wondered if I would do things differently if I had another chance. Shoot. It's all this traveling. I'd rather we do... Yeah, it's been a while. Well, it's got a lot. Yeah, well, maybe one day? Alright, and when you...
Alright, so we're done with Mira. We're just gonna go back to Nar Shaddaa and make Mira a Jedi. But before we do that, we're just gonna try and find T3, wherever the hell he is. I think I see him right there. See if we can get some more influence with him. Do you know where that HK droid in the cargo bay came from? These droids keep attacking us. If you know anything about this one, you should tell me. Okay, that doesn't work. When I was captured by Goto, how were you able to find Goto's yacht? You snuck into Vaga's droid warehouse to steal the codes? So who was transmitting the codes to Goto's yacht? The droids. Interesting. Maybe some advanced maintenance is in order. Yay. These upgrades should be good to go. No, I'm fine. I guess I just got caught up in my work. So that ends the repair chain of upgrades. I don't really have any computer skills, so it's not really all that useful. Alright. Next up is Handmaiden. I think we're going to be able to make her a Jedi, but before we do, just want to make sure if I've leveled her up all the way. I don't think I have. No, I haven't. Alright, I should level her up first. So in that case, let's just make Mira a Jedi first, and then we'll come back onto the Ebon Hawk and do Handmaiden's fighting exercises, and then make her a Jedi. So let's just level up Handmaiden. As I said before, we're going to work on the critical strike feats, and now she's fully leveled up. And now we're going to go and make Mira a Jedi. So let's just use Master Speed, and let's just get to the place where Kreia talked to us telepathically in the beginning of Nar Shaddaa. I think it's right in front of the entertainment place. I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is.
What's wrong? Why are you stopping?
This is the place that Kreia showed me, where you can feel Nar Shaddaa around you, where you can feel the Force.
No, I don't believe in the Force. It's Jedi tricks, sleight of hand.
The Force is who you are. It's everything around us.
Alright. It's not gonna hurt, is it?
No, but it may help you put life and all its hopes in perspective.
Feel the currents here on Nar Shaddaa, the ebb of life. A simple kindness can be given to another. This is the Force, and all our choices, from the greatest to the smallest, affect each other, and the echoes travel.
I can feel this planet. I can't shut it out. It's louder now, it hurts. All these people.
You can learn to shut it out. There are Jedi techniques for calming the mind.
But if I become a Jedi, I'll have to turn myself in for the credits.
If you become a Jedi, Mira, such things will concern you no longer.
Are you gonna train me?
Only if you want me to, Mira. I have shown you the way. I cannot force you down that path.
I want to become like you. I want to be strong. I don't want to be afraid or alone anymore. I don't want to keep running and looking and never feel like I'm finding what I'm looking for. I am tired of being hunted. When the galaxy takes something from me, I want...
One can live their whole life with such echoes, Mira, but I can teach you to accept them.
That sounds all right, from where I'm standing.
Okay, so now she's a Jedi. And she can level up for free, which is awesome. So she still got those 5 skill points, which is pretty awesome. She got stealth too. She's pretty much got a skill in everything now, so that's awesome. We're not really going to work on stealth all that much, since it's not really all that useful towards her, so yeah. Get those basic feats Jedi Sentinel gets. We'll give her improved dueling. 2 force powers to use. She has really little force points, so don't expect to actually get anything good out of this. 19 force points. Yeah, it's not great. Alright, so let's go back to the Ebon Hawk. There's probably going to be some more dialogue with other crew members, but our main goal now is to get Handmaiden to become a Jedi. And then that'll pretty much be it for this video, I think.
Ah, HK-47. I did not realize that you still existed, especially now that the other generations are activated.
Query, what is it you wish, Fat One?
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior core, nor your attitude.
Statement. If I require a similar diagnostic in the future, I shall seek out the Iridonian.
Oh, I do not think so. There is much work that needs to be done first.
Query, have we had the misfortune to meet before? I believe I would have remembered one as large as you.
Oh, yes, we have met. And I have not finished with you yet.
Statement. My memory core has suffered some damage. Statement. Yet somehow, a gap in my circuits makes me feel as if I should remember you. Statement. This is all the more important since during my routine inspection of all potential escape routes from this vessel, I made an interesting discovery. Observation. The navicomputer is voice-locked. As a consequence, you are now responsible for course corrections and astrogation. Statement. That is indeed a great burden. It also raises many questions. Query. Why would someone lock the navicomputer? Answer. Presumably to hide where one has been. Statement. I believe you've been somewhere. Somewhere you wish to keep hidden.
T3 owns. HK Falls.